What happens when the ultimate lone wolf is forced to take on a reluctant student, only to discover that the tutorial he thought he had already beaten has a hidden, infinitely deadlier level? In the Primal Hunter 5, the fifth monumental installment of Zogarth's genre-defining LitRPG epic, Jake Owell is about to find out. Leaving the familiar and increasingly political confines of Earth behind, Jake ventures into The Secret, a hidden, ancient tutorial zone that holds the key to the next stage of his evolution. If you thought the previous books were a masterclass in alchemy and archery, Book 5 throws a completely new weapon into the mix, the sword. This audiobook is a breathtaking escalation of scale and skill, blending high-stakes dungeon crawling, deep lore reveals, and the signature deadpan humor that has made this series an absolute juggernaut. The narrative thrust of Book 5 centers on Jake's journey into the secret alongside Nail, the legendary sword saint. The atmosphere of this hidden zone is a brilliant juxtaposition of nostalgic tutorial vibes and terrifying ancient dread. It is a place where the rules of the system feel older, heavier, and far more unforgiving. Zogarth excels at capturing the claustrophobic tension of this environment. Every shadow hides a lethal threat, and every ancient ruin holds a secret that could either elevate Jake to godhood or crush him under its weight. The world building in this installment is staggering, peeling back the heavily guarded layers of the system's origins and the true history of the Sword Saint, without ever bogging down the breakneck pacing of the story. At the core of the book's addictive appeal is Jake's continued evolution, and Book 5 takes his combat repertoire to stratospheric new heights. Realizing that his arcane archery, while deadly, has limits against certain high-tier foes, Jake makes the audacious decision to learn the sword. Watching him apply his hyper-analytical alchemist's mind to the fluid, conceptual art of swordsmanship is incredibly satisfying. He doesn't just swing a blade, he deconstructs the physics of the strike, infusing his swings with arcane energy and poison. The audiobook narration brings these training montages and tactical battles to life, making the clash of steel and the hum of condensed mana feel incredibly real and deeply satisfying. But Jake isn't just training. He's hunting the apex predator of the secret, the Sword Lich. The combat sequences in the Primal Hunter 5 are a testament to Zogarth's mastery of tactical progression. The battles against the Lich and its undead legion are complex, multi-layered puzzles fought on a conceptual level. Jake must synergize his newly acquired sword skills, his space and darkness essences, and his devastating alchemy in real time. The choreography is explosive, and the numbers go up aspect of LitRPG is deeply satisfying, because every new skill and stat boost feels earned through Jake's relentless, often reckless experimentation. He doesn't just overpower his foes, he outthinks, outmaneuvers, and outbrews them. Amidst the high-octane action, the series' heart remains its incredible character dynamics. The reluctant, often hilarious mentor-student dynamic between Jake and Nail provides a fresh layer of character development. Jake is a terrible teacher, mostly because his solution to every problem is drink this poison and shoot it, but his underlying loyalty and protective instincts shine through. Meanwhile, the banter with his chaotic patron, the Malefic Viper, continues to provide the perfect comedic relief, grounding the massive scale of the plot in deeply personal, laugh-out-loud moments. As the book hurtles toward its climax, the tension reaches a boiling point. Jake is forced into a final, desperate confrontation with the Sword Lich that tests every ounce of his cunning, his newly forged blade, and his sheer, unyielding willpower. The finale is a spectacular display of power and strategy, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled payoff that includes a monumental evolutionary leap for Jake, redefining his place in the cosmic order. The Primal Hunter 5 is a triumph of progression fantasy. Plug in your headphones, draw your blade, and join Jake Owell as he conquers the secret. The hunt is far from over, and the multiverse is about to feel the edge of his new sword.